Welcome to the Wild Mom Podcast. This is your sacred space where mystic moms come together to explore the magic of raising sovereign new earth kids while navigating their own spiritual journey with ease, grace, and flow. I'm your host, Emily Mioto, and I'm here to guide you as you step boldly into your power as a cycle breaker, a way shower, and a heart-centered mama on a mission. Here, we'll dive into the tools, the wisdoms, and the practices to help you feel supported, held, and seen as you balance motherhood and mysticism, creating a life that is not just aligned, but also deeply fulfilling for you and your family. So, if you're ready to embrace your wild side, rewrite the rules, and raise the next generation with confidence and love, you are in the right place. Welcome to the Wild Mom Podcast, where your soul's purpose meets the magic of motherhood. Okay, mystics, here's the deal. You may not like me for saying this, but it needs to be said. You have to stop choosing to be poor because your kids are suffering. And I say that with the most love in the whole wide world. I say that knowing that it may trigger you, a part of you that maybe you haven't wanted to accept, maybe a part of you that you have been working on and it still hasn't been cleared yet. Or maybe you're already in that space of total abundance and understanding of the energetics of money. And it's just bringing up that past version of you. And it's a time to just reflect on how far you've come. One of the biggest ways that the matrix is keeping you stuck, is keeping you a slave, is keeping you a victim, is keeping you helpless, and in turn also raising kids in that way, is money. Now, when we see the energetics of money, it is beautiful because all energy is beautiful because it's just energy. It can be manipulated. It can be transmuted. It can be neutral. Yet money is one of the most hush-hush things in our society. People just don't talk about money because there's so much shame around either how much you have or how much you don't have. There's so much guilt and we internalize it as my own value if I don't have a Ferrari in my driveway or if I don't have a 3-story house or other materialistic items such as designer clothes. We have internalized money as part of our identity and it's affecting our kids. And the reason why it's affecting our kids is because, first off, our belief systems about money is transferring through your breast milk to your child. It's also passing down through skin-to-skin contact. Cells communicate. The moment you touch your child, they are feeling your energy, what you feel about yourself, about the world, and about money. The third way is through watching you interact with money. They are seeing how you talk about money, people who don't have money and people who do have money. They're watching how you say yes and no to purchasing different things. They're watching how you feel when you purchase things, how your body responds. They're watching all of that and taking it in and creating the story in their mind of what does it mean to be in relationship with money. And if you're in a position right now where you are not sovereign with money, you are choosing to stay in the matrix, and your kids are going to end up growing up in that same space. This is why they say the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, because you're watching the generation before you, the generation that's telling you, and the people that are telling you exactly how the world is in those first 7 years. You are their direct connection with the rest of the world. And so when they watch you staying broke, staying poor, they're saying that is how it is. Things are expensive. That's just the way it is. Prices keep going up for things. I don't have enough to pay bills. They're going to see your view of money and take it on as, so this is just the way it is. Because in those first 7 years, this is why I talk about this so much. This is why I encourage all mystic moms to be theta healers, is because understanding that those first 7 years is the most important. Those first 3 years are even more important, but those first 7 years are the most important in terms of their development of who they are, how they see the world, their physical body, what they believe they're possible of, their happiness level. Those first 7 years, when they're watching you, is so important to ensure that they're seeing that the world is abundant, because they're in that theta brainwave state. And in that state, their mind is so malleable. They're just absorbing everything as the truth and the only truth. And this is why your job as a mystic mom is to understand that, be able to understand what your belief systems are telling about the world and change yours so your kids can grow up sovereign. This is why your job is so important. This is why it is so important for you to know how belief systems are formed, how to change those belief systems if they are not ones that are serving your sovereignty and your deep connection with yourself and your kids and your truth and your trust and your abundance and everything in your life. If you don't know how to reprogram those beliefs, you're going to keep passing them down. So it's so important to know how belief systems are formed, how to reprogram them, and how to work with your kids' energy centers. Because money is connected to their root chakra. So that first year, the first 7 years, okay, but primarily the first year, is when their root chakra is being developed. It starts when they're in the womb. So those first 7 years, if you're going to do anything for your child, if you have not changed your own money story yet, is to just speak as if you have for those first 7 years. And if that doesn't already change your life drastically by changing just how you speak about money in those 7 years, then go back to talking about how expensive things are and how you can't afford things and how there's just never enough. Go back to doing that. But I guarantee you will feel and see such a difference if you just change how you speak about money. You're also going to witness in those 7 years that your kids believe that they are abundant. And kids that know how to call in money with ease, grace, and flow. I mean, like magic, like right out of the air. You're going to witness the breaking of a cycle that is so indoctrinated, so conditioned for us, that for majority of people, they're unable to see that anything else is possible. You're going to see the breaking of that cycle. And you're going to watch before your eyes a child growing up with abundance mindset, a child growing up knowing that money is just energy and they can manipulate it. They're going to know how to do that. They're going to know how to manifest and how to trust in the universe. Think about all the things that you'll hear for you to be able to have an abundant life. Any money course out there, any program telling you how to make more money, all of them are different, but all of them do one thing in common. They're helping you break through a limitation you had for yourself. That's all they're doing. And it's opening you up bigger and bigger and bigger to your truth that you are abundant. You have to embody trust in order to be abundant, and confidence and conviction. You have to be neutral with money and just know that it's the same as breathing in and out, and it just is. And it's always around me and it always will be. You need to be able to see past what other people are saying. You need to have that discernment of what is your truth and what someone else's truth. You need to be able to hold your power and speak in power and be able to hold more, feel deeper. Like, see all these beautiful things that need to happen for you in order to be rich, in order to be abundant. Now imagine watching your 2-year-old, your 5-year-old, your 7-year-old just be in that state all the time. My nose is running. It's cold in Canada. Imagine watching a 12-year-old, a 15-year-old, a 21-year-old have such a healthy relationship with money. Can you imagine what that world would be like, what those kids would be doing? They would be retired by like 20, 25 because they know how to work with money. They would be living their best life. They would be doing the things that fuel their soul, that make them so incredibly happy. They would be helping others. They would be helping those who are in need. They would be of service and living of service because they know that money is energy. And when I respect it, it respects me. And they're going to be able to work in union with that and connection with money. Imagine how fucking awesome that would be to witness kids and young adults acting in that way, because I guarantee that is not the norm right now. I'll always pass people and overhear people. I don't go like listening for people, but if people are walking past me, I'll hear them talking about money as it's terrible and it's evil and it makes people terrible people. I've heard people talk about money that there's never enough and I can't pay this bill and that's too expensive for me. And it's been so conditioned within us, especially as mothers, especially as single mothers, that we'll never get there. You'll never get there if you're a single mom. That's the lies. It's not the truth. Cancel clear it. If you are a single mom listening to this, just sit in that truth for a moment and know that you can be insanely, beautifully abundant in every way, including financially, in the highest and best way with ease, grace, and flow. Just sit with that for a moment. And just you being a mom, you can also sit with that. Just sit with that knowing, because that is the truth. But the lies that I continue to hear is there's not enough. I can't do it. I'm not good enough. It's just not going to work for me. I'm going to be bad if I'm rich. If you've uttered or thought about any of these lies, these beliefs, I want you to take a moment and now look around you at your financial situation. Look how you are connected to your root chakra. Do you feel safe? Do you feel secure? Do you feel supported? If no, chances are you are still attaching to the beliefs that you have to be poor to be a mom, or you have to be poor as a mom, that the world isn't infinitely abundant, that you weren't the most worthy and deserving person, and also money has nothing to do with your worth. But you are so worthy and deserving of having everything that you desire. And I want you to do a couple things, because this is going to drastically change how you feel about money as a mom, therefore able to support your family more and be in your power and trust. Like, there's so much medicine that comes with you healing your relationship with money. And these are just some of the things that are so important as a mystic, and some of the things that I'm sharing inside of the Mystic membership. And it's opening. It's opening for a week at the end of March to welcome in more beautiful souls who are ready to be on this journey, to be held and seen by those who are also on this path, and we're walking together and we're healing together and we're raising sovereign kids together. Do you feel the togetherness? Sisterhood wounds there. We're diving deeper into money. We dove into the energetics of money and we programmed a ton of beliefs around money inside of the Womb Wealth course, which is an exclusive course for the Mystic membership. And one of the things that we did was changing how we spoke about money. So do that. Change how you speak about money. at least just for 7 years. Because you need to be rich to show your kids that they are abundant, that they are worthy and deserving, that it is possible to have everything that they desire. You need to be rich to free yourself, to realize your strength, your power, your deservingness, your power of just being. You need to feel that. Because that's how you also tap into the other beautiful abilities as a mystic mom. It's by doing that, by tapping into the trust, the conviction, the faith, the love, the fun, the expansiveness, like that energy. That is what allows you to open up your intuitive abilities, to be able to become clairvoyant and clairsentient and feel your kid's energy and see their aura. They're all connected. And this is what is required of you as a mystic mom. Because when you can do that piece, then you're ready to raise your sovereign child, to nurture them, to create a loving environment for them. Because if you don't do that first piece of starting to work on yourself and changing your stories and your lives and freeing yourself from the matrix, then you are not in a position to have faith and trust and believe that energy healing your kid is possible, that lowering your child's fever in under 5 minutes is possible, that clearing measles and hand, foot, and mouth disease in 3 days is possible just with energy. You will not believe if you do not do that inner work around money and any other topic that you feel is holding you back and keeping you small and scared and worried and anxious. If you don't clear any of that, you won't believe your kids when they tell you, I've seen a spirit. And you will shut down their intuitive abilities. You will not believe that money is your birthright and it is energy and it can come to you with ease, grace, and flow in the highest and best way whenever you need it to cover all of your needs and desires from this day moving forward. And so you would raise a child who also doubted themselves, who lacked trust, who believed that they weren't worthy and deserving. And I know that sounds intense, but just take a look at your parents in their relationship with money. Because because your parents chose to not change their story and be free and be sovereign, you are now put in that position to do so. Because the cycle just keeps going. You hold 7 generations of beliefs within your cells, tissues, and organs. So if you're seeing a pattern of poverty in your lineage, then that is showing you that the story hasn't been changed because of witnessing generation after generation the same stories being told and believed and embodied. You have this position right now, hearing this, seeing this, to change your story by changing how you speak about money. That's it. That one thing. I mean that no matter what is in your bank account, you say that I have all the money I need to cover all of my needs and desires in every moment, every day. And it's been that way for some time now. And that's just the way it is. I want you to say that and see what resistance comes up for that. I want you to say that. I want you to be saying things like, people pay me for just being me. Feel that? People pay me. People gift me money. Let's change our energy even more. People gift me money. They don't pay. They gift me money for just being me. How does that feel? Does that feel expansive? Or are you like, oh, that's not possible? Because that will also tell you your money story and the story you're passing down to your kids. And they're picking up as their truth, as the only truth, because they're watching you for those first 7 years. Change the money story. And you will notice things begin to shift. Change the beliefs that control 95% of your reality. then it changes everything. You feel that? You can change how much money you're bringing in, how much trust you have, how much financial prosperity you have, and how your kids see the world through changing your belief systems first. That's it. That's why business is two parts. That's it. One, heal yourself. Two, raise sovereign kids. Because that's what's needed to happen. In order to raise sovereign kids, you have to break the cycle first. Because these new earth kids that are coming, they're coming here needing, asking for, and requiring, and have chosen of you to be their teacher, their leader, their mentor. They're coming into this world sovereign already, like we all did, and it's our job to keep them that way. And yes, they're going to have their own path, their own journey. Like I've done a whole other video on that. And I can dive deeper into that as well, but I won't right now. I really want you to change your money story so your kids can be free. I want you to do that because they are asking you to do that. This video is just me being in this channeled space, and whatever's coming through needs to come through at this time because you are hearing this. And it's beautiful. And everything is welcomed. However you're feeling about this, everything is welcome. Just lean into it. Feel it. See what's coming up. And then stretch yourself. Maybe start adding in 2 words. Maybe start adding in 10 words a day, 10 phrases. And then maybe go a step beyond that. And then a week later, start noticing how you feel when you talk about money, when you talk about money in a disempowering way, and when you talk about money in an empowering way. You just feel that. And then maybe from there, start reprogramming the beliefs. This is why I created. So I just channeled, I finished the advanced theta healing seminar last weekend. And one of the things that was really brought to my mind, channeled to me, channeled to me to start hosting these workshops, these very specific, laser focused workshops on certain belief systems, certain matrix consciousness that is keeping you trapped, keeping you from sovereignty, keeping your kids from sovereignty. And the first workshop that I was channeled to create was around clearing poverty consciousness, because this is one of the biggest blocks. This is one of the biggest ones that will keep you inside the matrix is money. When you can free yourself from money and the ties and old beliefs around money, you will free yourself from the matrix, because the chakras that are required, the virtues that are required to clear your relationship with money and the relationship with poverty that the matrix has kept you in, it requires all of them in their own unique way, and specific virtues that once you embody those with money, you embody it for everything else. And everything else becomes a game. It becomes fun. And you want kids to continue to have fun. We wanted to have fun when we were kids. We wanted to have fun as adults. So let's bring that fun back. Let's bring that expansiveness back. And choose to be rich. Choose. Right here in this moment, choose. Feel it. Go even deeper. Like really say out loud, I choose. I have chosen, speak it in the past, I have chosen to be rich. Feel it, feel into the resistance, and here is when you start doing the work. Wherever that resistance is, whatever comes up, dig from there. Dig into your subconscious. This is what I taught the women inside of the Theta Healing seminars. We're taught how to dig, how to follow those breadcrumbs to find that bottom belief that's controlling 95% of your reality, affecting your kids and how they show up. You find that bottom belief, and then you're taught a powerful way to release it, reprogram it, cancel, clear, release, reprogram it to an empowering one, literally pulling you outside of the matrix. Okay? Find that bottom belief and start doing the work on that. Start clearing that, start reprogramming that. I've chosen to be rich. Feel into that. Where do I feel resistance? And clear from there. Start working from there. And you are welcome to join the Poverty Consciousness Workshop if that feels like the next aligned thing for you, to have those beliefs of the matrix poverty consciousness released at this time. I keep saying released, canceled at this time. If that's a next aligned step, then you are welcome to join that space. You'll get the replay so you can continue to watch it if you're brought back in, because it's possible. It's possible to come out and go back in. Our beliefs can reprogram, go back to the original recording. So you have access to the replay, so you can always come back, bring yourself back out. So you feel empowered around money. Your kids can feel empowered around money. You both can have that trust, that intuition, that self-worth. The Mystic membership is also opening up at the end of March, if that is what you're called to receive at this time. And that is a container. It's one of my highest level, closest contact containers where I come in 2 to 3 times a week. We have those really deep, open conversations about what we're navigating through. You receive healings and activations and belief reprogramming. We have gatherings. We have exclusive courses there. It's really a hub to feel that support from those who are going through it with you, who will celebrate, not push you back down, who will hold the space from you, not shut you out. It's your soul tribe. If you want to be held by your soul tribe and not feel alone in this journey of doing this work and sitting with your own stuff and clearing it, because you know you're doing it for your kids, you know that it's the highest and greatest good. You want to be a cycle breaker. You want to feel empowered. You want to enjoy your days. And you just want to do it with sisters. And the Mystic is that space for you. And it's only opening up for a week. This is one of those containers where I'm not going to push you. I'm not chasing you down. You are hearing about it because you're in alignment with it. And now it's your opportunity to lean in if this is in the highest and greatest good for you. To be held by sisters, to continue that deep support, to have direct access to me and discounts on the Theta Healing Seminar, which again is one of those life-changing tools to have in your pocket as a Mystic mom. I promise you, it will be the most freeing thing, because you have a tool to then continuously take yourself out of the matrix, continuously send the energy healing to your kids, to continue to nurture their sovereign growth, nurture their chakra development. These are all tools that are necessary, that are what are taught in the Theta Healing Seminar, because it's doing one thing. It's connecting you back to your truth, your power, creator, source energy. There are so many ways that you can go deeper into this practice that I offer as support for you, because we're never meant to go through this alone. We're meant to be held and seen. And whether you feel you've gotten value just from this video and that is enough for you, and you're going to sit with the resistance, you're going to start to speak your truth and speak empowering things about money, if that's all you need right now, then I thank you. I thank you for receiving this. I would love to hear how it goes for you, what shifts for you. So let me know in the comments. I do my best to get back to all of them, because I truly do love when your phone dies. I believe I was saying that if you just received from this video, I thank you. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to connect deeper with you. And if you're ready for more and you want to be involved and in connection with me deeper, with the other women who are doing this work, who are so beautiful and so pure and so empowering, then I welcome you to join either the Mystic, which is opening up at the end of March, the Theta Healing Seminar, which is happening in June, or to join the Clearing Poverty Consciousness Workshop, which is happening, I think, next week. I believe it's next week. And you will get access to a replay of this if you are unable to make it live. So I thank you for receiving me in this transmission, in this message for you. I thank you for doing this work, for wanting to do this work, to being sovereign, to raising sovereign kids. And if this was a value of you, I would truly appreciate, and I'm open to receiving. I receive now a like, a subscribe, and sharing it with another Mystic Mom so we can expand this, connect with more, and raise sovereign new earth kids together. I love you.